Hello, this is Nick995. For this video, I'm going to be talking about games without mini maps. So, mini maps are basically they're obviously maps, and then the maps basically show you like where you gotta go, objectives, side missions, character, collectibles and all that. So these games obviously these games don't have it. They don't have that. But again, like with the most of the games in my collection like will have mini maps. Like you guys know, like I play Call of Duty or Battlefield. Most of the franchises will have it. Ratchet and Clank, Infamous, Far Cry, GTA, Red Dead 2, Horizon. Like basically every game has, like almost like every gaming franchise has it. But again, there are some where, for example, like a hack and slash game, like a God of War, where there's no mini map, so like you gotta really force yourself to explore the world through puzzles, and there's a lore and fights and tons of violence. And yeah, if you want to this, please like, subscribe, share the video, share it all over. I see that, and subscribe if you're new, and if you like the content, press on that subscribe watermark down there. Please press on it. That really helps. I see that like I'm at 70 subscribers. I was I was in the 60s from like end of May, and then now I'm in 70. I want to get to 90 before the end of the summer. So please subscribe, people, subscribe. So yeah, I like the video too, and so going back to this year now. These games again, they force you to explore the world and the environment around you and all that. King Kong 2005, for example, you play like when you play as Jack, and like when it's a first person game where like you're fighting with guns and sticks, like we don't have bullets. Yeah, you're going into swamps, you're going into like grassland areas and kind of forest and canyons and all that. But like basically, what happens is you gotta find these torches or whatever. You gotta find the torches, and then there'll be like this kind of like bush or whatever. Bushes like a certain type of grass. So you find the torch, and then you basically once you get it, you'll set like some sort of a stick on fire, and then you basically torch the bush. So the bush is on fire, and then that will open up like a certain path for you, so you can. So again, with there being no map, you look for things like fire. You look for things like and again like there's the companions like Anne and what's the other guy's name again? Is it Dave or whatever, something like that? But yeah, like you follow them, and sometimes like you be lost. You gotta do a certain puzzle to get past this part, or our companions will be like on the other side, like of a certain obstacle. Then you have to get to them. But yeah, but it's really about following like the fire and torches, or plus like like okay, I was here before. I gotta go from here, or I move from here. Ghost of Tsushima has no mini map, but it has something on it called the follow the wind mechanic, kind of, where you you swipe up like in a touch bar for the PS4, and then basically what happened, there'll be wind traveling in a certain direction, but like you gotta follow the wind. There'll be like some sort of wind movement, so like you basically follow the wind, and then that will take you to your destination. But again, it's huge. It's a massive map, so sometimes it can get annoying that there's no mini map. But again, like it's forcing you to explore and all that. And then there's obviously like tons of bandit camps and Mongol camps. I mean, where tons of fights and all that, and yeah. Okay, Max Payne 3, third person shooter. Max Payne 3. No, with Max Payne 3. You get a lot of times where well, for the most part, the areas, they're very contained, so the maps are small. basically like you're going from area to area. You're kind of like in this one shootout, like it's just a shootout basically, where you gotta shoot the enemies to get to a next area, to the next area, and then there's cutscenes and all that. But like you basically follow the enemy. So when the enemies, like, let's say like if you're going into like a new area, then the enemies come out this one door. The door kind of swings open. You kind of know that, okay, I gotta go through this door to get to the next area, or to activate a cutscene or something like that. Or and then but the thing with this, he walks very slow, so the running mechanics that could have been better. But again, when you're there'll be certain areas, times where all of a sudden like he just walks slow, like super super slow, and then like you'll get that like this psychedelic effect, like where the screen flashes. Then there'll be colors all over. There'll be these weird colors, and then once you get there, you'll see that, oh, okay, the game is kind of like you're really getting into like a sort of cutscene, and then you'll hear Max Payne narrate about this and all that, and what he thinks, like what's going through his mind. So once you get to that point or whatever, or like he'll slow down towards like a certain door. You're going the right way. But for the most part, the lack of minimap in this, it's not really like a big deal, because again, like it's very contained map area where you're just going from area to area, these small little areas and all that. DMC1 and really God of War, they hack and slash, they are like basically any DMC game with the exception of 5, I believe, and any God of War game except 4. So yeah, again, there's puzzles like a DMC1. No, basically, are you gonna be going through puzzles? Are you walking through these long ass hallways, and there's gonna be puzzles, and you gotta you gotta really, I think, outside the box, and there's no mini map, and but again, like with these two games, once you see enemies or whatever, like let's say like if you see like an enemy that will spawn or whatever, I kind of know that you're going the right way. And sometimes in God of War there'll be like a barrier where you can't cross into it. You can't go into through the barrier, like this ghost type of aura barrier, until you defeated like all the enemies like in that zone. Like you basically go the opposite way of where you came. Like basic common sense. But yeah, but DMC 1 and 3 was kind of annoying because you have these long ass hallways. You're in this mansion, and then sometimes they'll have something where it's like multiple paths. Like DMC 3, I remember had the multiple paths where you basically get to choose like which door you're going to, but you gotta get like some sort of gem. Like each door, you get 5 different gems. 4, I believe it was a red gem, a yellow gem, a blue gem, a green gem. You gather up like these gems. So yeah, each gem again like will unlock a certain like door or whatever, and then once you get like all the gems, you move on to the next area. But it's a very unique way. So you find yourself in those unique scenarios where you really gotta think for yourself and go from this area to this area. And again, like more a little bit more on God of War is that there's tons of fight. There's gonna be tons and tons of fight. Not only in this one, but in God of War 3 and God of War 2. But there's one where in God of War 1 had it where you gotta match up the corridors, or like these massive like statues or whatever. You gotta kind of match them up with this one light. It was one of the got like a PSP. Then the light will kind of deflect off of a statue onto like another one. Yeah, so then you have no mini map to guide you along the way to show you collectibles here and all that. So you kind of gotta really think for yourself outside the box. Now, Uncharted 4, this one has, obviously, it's a story oriented type of thing to it. But since there's no mini map in this one, you basically follow the dialogue of the characters. Like sometimes they'll say, okay, like you'll just be standing, like let's say like if you get lost, you don't know where to go. Yeah, you be standing there and then someone say, hey, maybe we should lift up this, or maybe we should go that way. I check out this way. So sometimes the dialogue, just listen to the dialogue of the NPCs, companions. That really help you get through the mission. But yeah, and then again, same idea from King Kong, that you don't know where you were before, so you kind of go the opposite direction. You basically explore, but for the most part, there's certain times when it's a linear type of story oriented thing, where there's one where there's the chase sequence in Madagascar where you gotta drive away from these guys, they're shooting at you. Then you're going down this hill, this epic, like action scene, like out of like Mission Impossible, James Bond. Then yeah, so I basically go whichever way the truck, or no, I follow like whichever way the this one truck is going. It was something like that. Yeah, for the most part, action adventure, walking through forest, following the dialogue, and there's puzzles too. So same idea as a DMC 1, 3, or God of War 3. But yeah, they all share a lot. They all have something, um, like in common. Like when it comes to that aspect, Dark Souls, for example, you're looking for bonfires. No, Dark Souls is kind of weird because it's a very hard game. You're gonna die a lot. So you look for bonfires for checkpoints. So basically, like if you see like a new, like a new bonfire that you haven't seen before, that bonfire will kind of save the game, and then you'll know, okay, I was here already. I was here. I gotta go this way, and then each area has like its own big boss, and you gotta get through that boss to get to the next area, and so on. But yeah, and it's extremely hard. So again, you're less worried about the lack of mini map and more worried about the bosses. It's very, very, very hard game. But yeah, again, they all, it's all. There's always something unique, whether it be follow the wind, or follow the torch fires, or listen to the dialogue, or puzzles. So again, you got puzzles are replacing some sort of the mini map. You got the dialogue from the companions, and you got the follow the wind, or sometimes even or for example, even in something like this where you're looking at the token, there'll be like a token out in the far side, and then way out on the scenery, and then like you'll be okay. I will not way out because this is an older game, so the graphics like far away, you can't see. But you'll be in like a certain area, then you see, okay, there's a token there. We gotta go. You gotta try and get up there to get like as many tokens as possible. So yeah, just following the map, and I will not map, just looking around in the environment using your common sense. So yeah, those are games without mini maps. Just a quick discussion. Anyways, that's it. Please like, subscribe, share the video, share it all over. Thank